Gang is in the house. The 161 is here. The mic is back. What's happening? Yeah, the Yankees are about to close it out. Chapman, ninth inning, about to close out this game with a 5-2 win. And I'll do a quick recap. But let me see who's on here. Chris Schmidt, Gary's in the house. Dominic, Den Snow, what's good? Yes, sir. Some encouraging signs. Early on Twitter, I saw it, actually, Beltron. It sounds as if they've agreed upon something. He might have accidentally leaked it, but apparently the front office is telling him to kind of kick back his remarks. Now, unless, sometimes he has trouble dialecting English a little bit, so he could have been trying to say, I'm glad this is going to happen, but it almost sounds as if he leaked that it did happen. So, but believe me, if I find out intel, I will put a video out on it and with all the details of Judge's extension. So, but that would be good news, right? So, read his comments. Thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we'll see, Chris. Dominic's in the house. Judge should be signed to the 9-by period. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what he wants is my question, Dominic. How many 2 big and 3-run shots has this dude gotten for us making lasagna? It looks like he's going to be, taking over the game for Chapman. So it looks like the Yankees it's over. They won. And I think they're already saying that Chapman's going to hit a lot less high leverage situation. So don't be surprised if he starts setting up lasagna more than the other way around. So it sounds like lasagna is going to be the closer. Then Snow, IKF, and JD currently batting nearly 3. It's been, IKF and Donaldson are bringing hustle. They're bringing defense. They're bringing versatility. They're bringing edge to this team, things that the team was not, that was sorely lacking. So this wasn't the sexiest trade. I know a lot of people wanted Correa and other folks, and it would have been nice, but it wasn't absolutely necessary. So I'm happy with the IKF and Donaldson. What game situation does LaCastro enter? Defensive offer. He could be a defensive replacement. He's solid in defense. He's got or a base running replacement too. Pinch runner. He's the fastest guy in baseball. So he'll get opportunities, and it sounds as if he's got the edge where he's going to get the spot over Ender and Ciarte. So, and they just announced JP Sears is going to make the team, and I think Clark Schmidt too. So, and Sears is one of the highly touted prospects. There's a couple other guys like Ken Waldichuk and some other pitching prospects. He's one of their more nice, left-handed pitching prospects. So he'd be probably a long relief guy and stuff like that. Alex is in the house. What's good, man? Ken Rogers, what's happening, buddy? Mantle, 7's in the house. But I'll do a quick recap right now. Okay, so Sears started on 3 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts. Transferred over to Licky, 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 Ks. Wandy came in with 1 inning pitch, 2 hits, 2 walks, but a scoreless inning. Clay Holmes, clean inning. Chad Green, 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 walk. Johnny Lasagna, 1 walk, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, but clean. And Chapman came in and cleaned out the 9th. On the Phillies side, it was Kyle Gibson, one of their more underrated stars, went 5 1/3. 5 2/3, excuse me. 9 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Tyler Carr, a third of an innings pitch to clean up that 6th inning. Sir Anthony Dominguez drew a clean inning, and then Knebel. Actually, no, Dominguez, I think he gave up the 3-run shot to Aaron Judge, which I just leaked prematurely. But Knebel came in and threw a clean 1 hit, 1 strikeout in the bottom of the 8th. But offense-wise, Vierling hit a sac fly, scoring Moniak to put the Phillies up 1-0 in the 3rd. And then the Phillies went up 2-0 with Stubbs' RBI single in the 4th. And then the Yankees came up in the 4th, RBI single by kind of Faleffa to put him to bring it back to 2-1. Gleyber Torres solo home run in the 6th to tie it at 2, and then Judge hit a 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 7th to make it 5-2, and that was it. That's the stat line of the game. Nothing sexy, but it was a clean game and another win by the Yankees. So, and again, more good-looking players like Sears and whatnot. And once the Yankees roster is officially announced at 28, I will do a video and go over everybody. Just they haven't officially announced everybody yet. So, but yeah, Sean kept fighting. Again, not all the big boppers and whatnot, but that's okay. Stanton actually threw out a guy from right field almost at the wall all the way to third base. He showed off a really, really good arm from the outfield today. So I was impressed with that too. So Judge, again, he's still hitting the cover off the ball. So it's good. Maybe they did agree to an extension. Maybe he's really happy. So I don't know. Maybe it's about to happen and he's really happy because he's going to get paid. So, but we'll see. Any info who could be relievers that make the roster? I'm hearing, well, Sears just made it, so I'm guessing he's going to be long relief. It sounds as if Clark Schmidt might be making it, another long relief guy. But generally, the rest of the guys, it's going to be Clay Holmes, Johnny Lasagna, Chapman, guys like that, Wandy, probably this new kid that they traded for yesterday, Castro. I'm thinking guys like that. And Ridings is on the IL, so he won't make it until later. So it's going to be generally the similar type of bullpen. So as far as I know, again, I'll pause once the 28 is announced. I'll put him out, and you'll know every single person. Trevino is solid. Yeah, he was a good game caller. Trevino. That was a good trade. Underrated but good. Not a sexy move, but it got better in a couple different areas. That are underappreciated areas. So better at bats last few spring games by Gallo. Yes, he's looking better too. Again, I think the Dylan Lawson and the Matt Blake effect are taking effect into some of these other guys like Gallo, maybe even Gleyber Torres. And on the pitching side, obviously Schmidt, Davey, guys like this. They're adopting some of these things. And apparently, I read today that the Yankees pitchers are all adopting a new, it's like a splitter of some kind, or a splitter and a slider that a bunch of them are working on right now that add to their pitching arsenal. And I heard the Cole is working on, I think it's a 3-seamer or a splitter also as part of his pitching arsenal too. He's been working on that too. So as a way of maybe inducing a lot more strikeouts and ground balls with a newly defensively gifted infield and catching. So it could play right into their hands. So, and again, I'm my gut's telling me that since they were not able to get more sexy bats for more run production, they're shifting a little bit of their focus to run prevention and making sure guys get out. And the pitchers are doing a little bit of a better job with better catching now, better game calling. So, which is anyway, if it leads to a win is a win. So, and I'll take that too if that happens. But at some point, another starting pitcher and another bat, if we needed, it would be nice. So, closing did a good job. He looks Chapman. He did a good job closing. He looks solid. They did say they're going to use him in a lot more lower leverage situations this year. So, because he's obviously made some bad pitches at bad times and give it up, some key hits and home runs, which sucks, but which in key situations, maybe Chapman will come up in the 8th and Johnny Lasagna in the 9th against teams like that, Toronto or Tampa, or like teams like that. So we'll see. But Stanton, a little bit. But he always looks bad in spring training. So, but he's batting like 300 too. And he's another one that strikes out a lot. And then when he's hot, he's just unstoppable, Stanton. So just hope the hot part stays longer this year for Stanton. Opening day's getting closer. 3 days, man. 3 days. I'll be doing live maybe the night before opening day or right before the game. I'll be doing live to kind of get us ready to go and go over everything and get us all fired up. And I'll definitely do a live once in the last inning of the game. So maybe we can, especially if they're winning. So, but there's a good chance that opening day might get rained out too. There's a 90% chance of rain on Thursday, just so you know. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So, and they won't declare rain out this early either. But yeah, like Lori said, there's a very high chance of rain right now, according to the weather forecasts. So we'll see. Hicks is the problem, and both fourth outfield. Him and LeCastro are going to probably be the fourth outfielders, right? 4th/5th. So they have 3 big guys, all with cannon arms, and who can all hit. And so obviously, with Hicks, he's not the answer to me for center field. I'd rather start Gallo in center field than Hicks right now. But and Hicks his arm's not the same either. He had a bazooka for an arm too, but ever since he got, I think, Tommy John surgery, his arm's changed. But he has a hard time staying healthy anyway. If rain, does Cole pitch Saturday? If it rains, he'll probably, because it's usually an off day after the rain. So my guess he'll play. Yeah, my guess he'll pitch Saturday. That'd be my guess, Aiden. Den. Sorry. Yeah, they'll both be fine, Aiden. Stanton and Judge, they'll be fine. They're both streaky, so but they'll be all right. Hicks is, I'm not worried too much about Hicks because I don't think he's going to be starting that much. So, and if he does, I hope he plays well. So, LeCastro looks like he's going to get the 5th outfield spot. So, and you have Marwin Gonzalez too, who very likely is going to make the team. So he can play infield and outfield, but I'm guessing more infield. So, and you're right too. They might reschedule opening day for Friday, Jordan. That's right. It's too early to tell right now. So, they'll decide Wednesday. in my opinion. So, and that would, it was scheduled to be an off day anyway for them because they always have the day off after opening day. So it's not really not going to change much. It's just Cole get an extra day rest. So it'll be fine. Andrew had a decent spring, yeah. Stanton's got a great on. Lala. McCannis? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Gallo is definitely a gold glove outfielder. Higgy, yeah. yeah. It was funny seeing him DH. Gallows, yeah. It happens. He's going to get strikeouts, walks, and home runs from Gallo. So hopefully he cuts down on the strikeouts with a little bit more plate this one. So hopefully that happens. Should have never traded Greg Allen. Yeah, I would have kept him. I liked him. So, but it's what it is. And by the way, the Blue Jays released Greg Bird today. He's out of a job. Kid Florial, they never let young kids play. Well, I agree, Michael. He's good in the field, just can't hit. He can't hit enough to get on the major league roster right now. That's the unfortunate part. But yeah, Greg Bird was released. Jose Trevino was an underrated trade, man. It's gonna, it's framing of pitches. It's going to benefit them in a lot of different ways. So, and when 28, probably then or the day before opening day. Yeah, most likely after the very last spring training game. 20. They're close to it now. So, and but it'll be officially announced, obviously, at least the day before opening day. And I'll go over the opening day roster and whatnot. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to compare it to last year's. I'm going to compare it to last year's 26 man roster and then the opening day roster, just so we can get a comparison between the two. So, so that'll be fun. I'll be doing that before opening day. I'm using slow sun to bring back. I hope not, John. I don't think Gardner is necessary at this point, personally. Sentimental favorite, sure. I don't think he's necessary. But I think that's just me. If he comes back, I'll embrace the guy. I would agree. Hill had a rough spring training, so he needs to make some adjustments. And Garcia let him continue to keep going. And if it's Schmidt and JP Sears, I'm happy with that. It's pitchers who can both pitch multiple innings. I thought Ben Wells was making, but he's in the AAA too. So I hope he gets an opportunity. But the more long relievers, the better. I actually put out a video on this morning. They could be a secret weapon, long relief, especially with the starting pitchers who still need to build up pitch counts and who can't really go beyond 4 to 5 innings. These long relief guys will come in handy in a lot of situations. So, Cameron, there's a speculation that Carlos Beltran leaked an agreement for an extension today for Judge, but it's that's pretty much that's what we know right now. And I heard it, and it sounds as if he did, but I was like, he was happy for him getting this done and blah blah blah. So, but I don't know, you can't confirm that. I haven't seen any confirming reports on his extension, so not even on the Yankees website themselves. So, but once it's announced, believe me, you're gonna know. So. If you don't mind, hit that like button. I want to get them likes over 100. We're over 100 people in here. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that button. We'll get right back in here. Likes are always helpful to the channel. I don't think we should bring Garney back. Yeah, Farrell tour would. Yeah, last season would have been nice. He deserves to have get his day in Monument Park. Thank you guys for the likes. Jay Bruce at first base. Yeah, it was Bruce. We're at Rizzo now, and we also had a bunch of Clint Frazier in the outfield. Now we've got Judge, Gallo, and Stanton. It's a lot different. So, yeah, Beltran already had to clarify a statement. He hopes Judge signs an extension. That's what I thought he meant. So, again, he's not. His flow is a little bit different, so sometimes it's hard to misunderstand the guy. So. But I'm guessing it's going to happen one way or another the next couple of days. So, and if opening days push back a day, they have an extra day to get it done. So, warming to IKF and Don. Confused about the plan of catcher. They're pretty much going to alternate Higgy and now Trevino. Once Workvet is healthy, he'll come back and then they'll figure out what to do. Workvet and Trevino have several options. So, that's what they're going to be. They have a much better defensive profile in the catcher now. It's gonna be a benefit to the starting pitchers and the bullpen. So interesting here, Rizzo saying, yeah, 4 or 6 I have Rizzo at. Personally, I have him at 4 or 6 with Donaldson in the other spot. That's me. Will Gardy be back in a Sox uni? I never knew he was in a Sox uni. Or will he just be returning the side? He could. We'll see. I heard the White Sox are actually talking to Johnny Cueto, so they might sign him for pitching depth. But we'll see. But yeah, I personally would have Donaldson fourth and Rizzo sixth. But that's just me. But if you need to go Rizzo fourth and Donaldson sixth, that's fine too. There's a lot of different ideas on what to do with the lineup and who's going to bat first and second and blah blah blah. So a whole bunch of different ideas. Will the Yankees ever get more contact hitters instead of saving swinging for the fence? Well, that's one reason why they brought in kind of Falefa and some of these guys because they're contact guys. And Donaldson, I mean, he was like basically the supplementary piece to get IKF, but he's solid contact. He's got power. He hits for home runs, but he also likes a fire under his teammates' butts, and that's something that they needed. He has an edge that this team did not have in a while. So, but I would agree another contact hitter. Marwin Gonzalez is another good contact hitter too, who can hit for power. So, but I agree with that too. A home run or nothing is not good enough, at least in my opinion, for this team. I heard Rizzo was mic'd up, Aiden. I saw that. How surprised I was with Sears. I thought Ben Wallace would make it over him, but I'm fine with it. At least we have the depth now. And at least Davey and Ben Wallace are healthy, so they can come up. And in case there's an issue or something, we have a couple guys already ready to come up. And the Yankees haven't had that in a while, so that's a good sign. But I'm a tiny bit surprised, Dominic. Let's see, Gallows to Judge Stanton as opening day outfield. That's my guess, Christopher. That'd be my guess. Maximize their chance of winning and the best defense in the outfield too. I would think so. Glaber predictions. If he doesn't try to hit home runs, I mean, if he tries to play like Glaber, I could see like 20 home runs and 275, 280 batting average with some solid defense and a bunch of doubles and singles. I'd be very happy with that. But if he's not trying to hit 40 home runs, which will backfire on him, I think. And I think he'd be better off just being a good, solid contact hitter who can hit for power. So instead of swinging for the fences. It's easy to misinterpret Carlos Beltran's comments. I mean, he's happy for the guy. I mean, again, it can easily be, but he's already walked back his comments too and clarified himself. But again, it's nothing really to. I mean, I'm waiting for the official announcement of an extension. I'm waiting for them to officially do it. So it was interesting. Interesting, Chris. Does Boone really decide on will the flux? I don't know, man. I personally, I would put IKF lead off, but that's just me. With DJ second, but we'll see. Rain-wise, I don't know, Aiden, but there's a 91% chance right now it's going to rain, so that means it's probably going to suck. I would like to see Waldichuk too with that Bugs Bunny. I want to see him up here at some point this year too. Jumbo packages the outfield, which will allow Labor to play. Well, it could. I mean, who's going to be at second is the question, DJ or Glaber. So, but if you have the jumbo, then you can DJ. You can DH Glaber Torres if you want, and then have DJ at second. So, with the jumbo package in the outfield. So that's actually a good point, Christopher. Higgy, I can see him hitting 19 or over. If he plays at least 2/3 of the reps, I can see him hitting that many. Yeah. Yankees have not been very good at developing starters for a long time, Mr. Coconut. They've been much better relievers. So I agree with that. They need to get better in that area. I would take those stats from Glaber Torres Schmitz. I would. Franchise is here, baby. Yeah, I mean, if Higgy just plays good, solid baseball, has good defense with the other catchers, I'd be happy. We're gonna get production from other areas, so we'll be okay there. Modified Judge prediction: 7 years, 221.5. I mean, I would take that. It's a little under 32 per year. Yeah. I think Judge's offer is going to come before opening day. Aiden. Neil, what's up, man? It was interesting that they hired Beltran, but I mean, I guess giving a guy another chance. I mean, they interviewed him yesterday and let him kind of come clean with a lot of stuff. So, he was pretty smooth today, aside from his, Judge potential leak. But I mean, he was pretty natural up there, and I'm less surprised now that the Yankees brought him. I was more surprised earlier, but I'm less now. Thinking, Jordan's, what's happening, man? 7 years, 245, Jack. That's my guess too. That's 35 per year. Yeah. No official word right now, Lala. I'm just waiting for the official unleashing of his extension and whether he's going to take it or not. So that's the $10 million question. Center stage. Yeah, I saw that, Sean. Blue Jays win the division. They were 5th run differential last year. Miles better staff, a sneaky type offense. It's going to be a bullpen could use. Yeah, they could use another reliever. I don't disagree with that one, Paul. What I see, I don't. I mean, they got to stay healthy is the key. That's one of the big keys, and be consistent. So they have to stay healthy. So well, let's get them likes up to 100. Let's see if we can get to 100 here before we wrap it up. I feel like Judge is going to get a massive amount of money. He will. I mean, he's going to. I mean, he deserves it. You know, so does like Jose Ramirez from the Guardians. They deserve to get paid. So Jack C, thank you, man. You're a legend, dude. I'm only a legend because you're a legend, dude. It's you folks that make this place better, not me. So I'm the guy that wears Home Alone T-shirts. And the movie T-shirts and all that stuff and the Yankees stuff. But I appreciate that, Jack. But you're the legend, dude. You're the legend. But yeah, I mean, all right, over 64 likes. Getting there. We're getting there. 2/3 to 100. Judge, yeah, this is his best shot. I mean, to get paid, Christopher, 100%. And we ought to lock it up now because if he gets hurt, and you know, it'll screw up his opportunity. Uncomfortable for the guys in the booth in the game. I don't know. I mean, you know, he came clean. I mean, those guys are adults. You know, I get what you're saying, but they're adults. So, but I mean, I get it. He apologized and all this stuff too. You know, like Bregman didn't. Altuve didn't. Like a lot of those guys didn't. Beltran did. So did Marwin Gonzalez because he was on the team. We're only competing with ourselves, which is why we want to extend them. Yeah, well, that exactly, Christopher. Real deal prime. Well, I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing them the World Series yet. I wouldn't. I would tell the Blue Jays the same thing. Be afraid. So if they win, I wouldn't be. If they win, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'll just leave it at that. But I'm not guaranteeing anybody the World Series just yet. His season hasn't started. There was a good flow today. I mean, Beltran was a natural on that mic. So just like so is Cameron Maben. He's really, really good. And Maben was on that Astros team too. Maben was on that team also. Does anyone know the contract that was offered up to Judge that he turned down? We haven't heard any official thing that he was offered and turned down anything. That's one thing we haven't heard yet, Neil. There's just speculation, but there's no confirmation that he was offered anything and turned it down. So, Dominic, bro, I appreciate that, bro. One of my OGs in the mafia. Thank you, man. Best respect because you have great passion. I love my team. I love my mafia. That ain't gonna change. So you guys and gals are the best. Yeah, I mean, the Blue Jays make me nervous, and then so do the Rays, and so do other teams. So, but the Blue Jays are, yeah, they're tough. But I don't think they're gonna run away with that. You know, I wouldn't give them that. And again, on paper means nothing. Just like the Mets, a lot of people think the Mets are going to win the World Series. They're 1-2 or down already. On paper means absolutely nothing. So we'll see. If they do, they do. But I doubt it. I made a mention about the cheating standard, admitting that he is aware that it's more than just the Astros her fan. Well, it was the Red Sox too. I mean, Alex Cora got fired, and it was the Red Sox. And we'll see if this letter pops out and leaks the Yankees cheating, then the Yankees need to be held accountable too. And I hate saying it as a Yankee fan, but it has to be that way. It has to be that way. So we'll see. House should hire pitching staff and development department from Brewers and pay. Oh man. Well, if you're gonna do that, please bring Corbin Burns and a couple of those pitchers for him. That'll be nice. Raise and change. Maybe real deal. We'll see. Nothing's guaranteed yet. We're at 72. We're almost at 100 likes. 100 will be nice. We'll see. We will see. And by the way, if anybody's not subscribed to the channel, I definitely appreciate and I encourage you to do so. We do this. We do other things, live streams on the weekends too, longer ones, and we talk about everything, man. And I do all constant updates, breaking news, all different types of content throughout the week. So I don't want you to miss any of the good stuff. So, and I still see the Yankees maybe making another move. What kind? I don't know, but I don't think Cashman's done. He's quiet and sneaky about that type of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees went on a run and won the division too. It's going to be a tight division, just like I think the NL East is going to be a very tight division. But I'm not counting on anybody, and I'm not counting out the Yankees. Yeah, that same pressure is going to be put on the Blue Jays too. Real deal. I get what you're saying. If you're a Jays fan, I would be excited too. But the Yankees, yeah, the Yankees are kind of going on a little bit of an FU tour this year too. So I'm not really, I'm not part of the Yankees suck brigade. There's a lot of other folks, but Lori C, I appreciate the support. I thank you for that. As far as the AJ contract goes, I hope you realize he will make more money in New York on a lesser contract than he will. Maybe, Neil. Huh? You're talking about AJ Hinch? Is that who you're talking about? Or Miss AJ, Aaron Judge, excuse me. Sorry. Well, he'll have endorsements here in New York and have other types of things. But yeah, if he wants to go to Cincinnati to be the man in Cincinnati and talk about how great, I don't know, Ohio potatoes are, then go right ahead. I've always wanted to be here. But he's this guy's our homegrown Yankee guy. They gotta lock him up. Marwin hasn't officially been announced as on the roster yet, but Fritz. But it's at this point, it's all but assumed that he's going to make it. So, that's why I'm waiting. Once they officially announce the 28, I'll do a video on the 28, so everybody knows who's going to be coming up to the Bronx. Yeah, I don't think we're finishing in fourth place, Cutter. I don't know why so many people are on the fourth place prediction thing before the season even starts. I don't understand that, but which player do I foresee have a better than projected year? Joey Gallo. Ball four. Joey Gallo. Real deal prime. Don't cry if the Yankees eliminate the Blue Jays from. Yeah, James. Exactly. I'm not assuming anything just yet. It's not. I don't think it's a good idea. Jays lost Ray and Simmons. Yes, they did. That's their big losses. Both key guys. Yankees could look at Paddock or Montez or even Dinelson Lamet from the Padres as well. Kyle Hendricks from the Cubs. There are a couple guys that they could potentially work on facilitating a trade. So we'll see. Oh, I appreciate that, Neil. Don't worry. All good, bro. Gork should have mentioned that before. It's all good, dude. It's all good. I appreciate when everybody says that and really mention it. So this is one of the things and I tell people, agree with me, disagree with me. All perspectives are welcome. So, and again, I learn from people who disagree and have different perspectives and different ideas. It makes the channel better. I'm not going to attack you for disagreeing with me. So it's not the way I want. That's not the way I run it. I run things. But I appreciate the kind words. Second or third. Yeah, I'm more leaning towards the second or third, James. Make a prediction right now. To me, it's Toronto, then the Yankees, then Tampa, then Boston, then Baltimore. So you got a race. Who's your ace? Gaussman? Is it Ryu? Or who's your ace now? Your infielder? Don, yeah. Chapman, okay. They lost Robbie Ray, yeah. Yeah, man, dude. Pump the Jays up. We're going to be doing the same thing for the Yankees. So, same thing with the Yankees. The offense can be productive. We have a healthy and offensive productive. Yes, 190 to 100 runs. I definitely can see that, Christopher, 100%. So, Rizzo. That was fun. It was cool, Aiden. Him being mic'd up, talking about, glad it all worked out and everything. And, he didn't say anything that was shocking or anything like that, at least in my opinion, Aiden. I'm glad he's back too. I would have loved Matt Olson, but the Braves gave up a lot for him, and they paid him a lot. So, Gaussman replaces Ray. Okay, he's not. I don't think he's as good as Ray, but yeah, okay. And essentially, Matt Chapman replaces Marcus Semien. All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. We got Donaldson. We got IKF. We got better catching. We've added in a lot of areas. We got Rizzo back, and we're starting with the season with Rizzo instead of Jay Bruce. That's a hell of a lot. That's a hell of a lot of improvement from the Yankees. So, and again, at the end of the day, they're both going to be really good teams. So, but I'm not going to anoint anybody the champion just yet. The Rays might take a step back too. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the Yankees are deeper than they were last year. They're going to be more balanced and more disciplined than last year. So I would still like another starting pitcher, yes, but I'm glad they have more long relief guys at the very least. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm more confident than not confident about the Yankees at the very least making the postseason, and then playing well. I'm like, I can't guarantee them the World Series, just like I can't guarantee the Blue Jays the World Series or the Dodgers or whatever. So, you know, AL East is a beast division. The NL East is now a beast division too, though. They're both beast divisions. They've always been beast divisions. I think IKF was a better fit here too, John. I agree. And Donaldson's an upgrade over Gio. I like Gio, but Donaldson's an upgrade. I'm worried about that Henry Hill about staying healthy with a massive contract. I'm very worried. That's why I would not go beyond 7 years under any circumstances. But they might have to, unfortunately. Cashman must sign another starting pitcher, James Lee. Yes, he does, James Lee. Yes, he does. Our pitching rotation is too many questions. If someone gets injured, it would be a lot to ask from a big work. Exactly. That's why I think they would be smart to take advantage of these long reliever guys that they're kind of accumulating right now, and even the Shelby Millers too. They get up to pitch a couple innings each. That way they're not having to force 7, 8 innings onto their starters. Guys can leave after 5 if they need to on occasion, or 6, and not have to throw 135 pitches in a game. And so that's why I like the long relief guys. When do they announce? They'll probably announce it tomorrow, Lori, or the next day. And tomorrow's the last game. They'll announce it after the last game. I'm pretty confident of that. So it'll be tomorrow, Wednesday. Cano lost his Pepsi endorsement second set. Yeah, Cano just went downhill after he left New York, unfortunately. Yankees winning. I would love that, Bronx. Love that. Thank you, baseball gods. Yeah, I mean, Blue Jays look good. But again, we're not handing them anything. So, not handing them anything. Yeah, well, I'm just as hesitant with that Michael Brackey on 8 years for Judge. So on Chapman's ERA this year, roll this. It'll 2.6, 2.7 around there. I'm guessing under 3. Probably lasagna too, or right around it, high 2s. So I think he'll be fine. Donaldson, yeah, he's helping young. Yep. Higashioka, I mean, he's going to mentor players. He's going to hold them accountable, and that's something the Yankees haven't had in a while. And just that fire. He even said it yesterday. We're going to win a lot of games, and we're going to obviously be successful. And if we have to be douchebags about it, we'll be douchebags about it. I don't know any Yankee players that say stuff like that. That's refreshing. That edge that he brings. It's really refreshing. Simply Fog, howdy, what's happening, man? Yeah, Baltimore still has a way to go. Again, it's for me, it's too early to anoint anybody the champs, including the Yankees. It's just people got to stay healthy and they got to produce. So, he didn't leak the contract itself. It sounds as if he almost made suggested that they have agreed to an extension, that he's staying, but that's it. No numbers have been leaked, and he's already kind of backtracked. So it could be just his way of talking that could be easily misunderstood. So he's not the smoothest of linguistics, but we'll see. I mean, I'm guessing it will get done before opening day. So Donaldson for the next 2 years plus an option. Yes, they do. They have IKF for the next 2 years too. They have a bunch of guys. A lot of young. This kid Trevino, they just got to go for him for 4 years. The catcher. They have a lot of guys under controllable years now, which is a good asset to have. Good asset to have. Opening day brawl. I like that. I like that, Michael. I'm stoked too, Maverick. About that. John Donaldson's potential. Oh, 99 likes. We're 1 from 100, baby. We'll get it. We'll get it. Health is the key point. I think a lot of these teams, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, they have to stay healthy and productive. So they do. They really do. Sanchez? Yeah, Sanchez got traded to Minnesota as part of the kind of Falefa, Donaldson, Rortvedt trade. And Gio got traded too in the same trade. So A's, yeah, the A's are they're doing the same thing. They'll move Montez probably at the deadline, and then it's just a free. They'll be in last place, and then they'll try to do the same thing with a bunch of prospects. And once they get to become really, really good and expensive, they'll do rinse, repeat. It's just what the A's do. Unfortunately, I'm with you there, Laurie. I think it's a shame. I don't think they should receive any revenue sharing money from teams like the Yankees. I don't think it's fair. So they won't even pay their own superstars. Just to show, I'm going to ask you: do you really think the Yankees are going to do a move for a starting pitcher? I think so, Wilmer. When, I don't know, but I do. I do. It's going to be now or the deadline. They're going to have to do one. So I like the catchers we have, real deal. Yes. Warfet, Trevino, and Higashioka. We have a much better defensive catching stable behind the plate. Much better. Sanchez was a problem. Pitchers did not want to throw to him. Now they have a guy that's a genius game caller. They're both, all three of them are highly rated in terms of pitch framing and everything else. So much better catching staff. Exactly, Laurie. Not a damn cent. Nada for them. Correa to the Dodgers would have been great. He would have had Cody Bellinger. Yeah, I mean, they also had Trey Turner there too. So that would have been the crazy addition. Yankees do have a lot of talent in their farm. Yeah, they're much more highly rated farm the last couple of years now, and deeper than has been a long time. They haven't been great at that for like the last 2 decades. Now they're at a point where they can start infusing some young players, and I do think people don't realize that. A lot of folks, wanted the big names here, the big free agents, and I get it. I get it. A's payroll is $33 million. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Judge is going to make more than the entire payroll. The A's. So, Aiden, our bullpen's going to be strong again. It always is. Always. And JP Sears, he's made it to the Bronx now. He's made the opening day roster. He could be a good one. I like him. He's a good-looking pitcher, John B. Yeah, Higgy, Rortvet, once he gets back, and then Trevino. That's a hell of a trifecta for catching. I feel much better about that than I did Sanchez and Higashioka. No. Yeah, he was studying pitching. Yes, he was, Sean. Yeah, guy's a student of the game. He's a master pitch frame. He was in it today. Looked really good. Really, really good. Blicky and Green still scare me in big spots. Somebody teach our relievers to feel that. Yeah, I hear you, Dominic. I hear. I would look for like Jay Burton, a guy like Jimmy Cordero too. He'll be like a hard throwing ground ball inducing guy. This new kid Miguel Castro, who they got for Joely, another big ground ball guy. So I'm thinking guys like that will be infused in the bullpen a heck of a lot more often. And Chad Green's on his last year too, so he might get moved. Don't be surprised. Cash will trade for Correa at the trade deadline. It depends. It depends, outsider. If the Yankees shortstop's playing well, there's no need for Correa. Theoretically, Cole, Taillon, Sevy, Gumby, and Nestor is a very good. Theoretically, yes. Yeah. And you have some other guys fighting for spots in the back end camera. Exactly. I think Cole will be fine, John B. But I hear you saying that. IKF, DJ, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson, Gallo, Higgy, and whoever else. That's a solid lineup, Shamir. Solid lineup. I like it. Tell pitchers we're more comfortable with Trevino. And yes, and Higgy, and they will be Workvet too. Workvet's another defensively gifted pitcher. Chris Sale's out until June. So this is what a good reason for the Yankees to cut off to a strong start and try to separate themselves as quickly as they can from the Red Sox. It'll be a wise for them to try to do that. No. Donaldson to charge them out against. Be kind of awesome. We'll be fine as short dudes. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine at shortstop. I'm not worried. IKF is going to be just fine. So they've gotten better in a lot of areas. The non-sexy ones, but a lot of areas. Personally, it depends on how Severino's first month goes, but I would put him I initially wanted him to be like a long relief guy, one of these 3 or 4 inning guys. But if you can get 4 innings out of him to start the game, and then you can transition over to a Nestor Cortez for like 3, or a Manny or a Sears for like 3, and then you go to the bullpen, to me, that's a better use of their pitching instead of him and then using like 7 relievers. Far too often last couple of years, the Yankees went through like 7, 8, 9 relievers in the game, and it saps guys for the next couple of days. So I'd rather have Severino and get 4 innings, maybe 5 out of good pitching, and then get somebody to throw 3 innings. And again, maybe go through 3 pitchers or 4 instead of 8 or 9. To me, that's an efficient use of their long relief guys, like Nestor or Michael King or somebody like that. Or, Manny Benuelos, Sears. That's the way I would utilize them. But we'll see. I don't think it's smart to just throw him to the wolves as the number 2 starter. So, but we'll see. But I am going to wrap it up. So we've been here on 40. So the Yankees did win 5-2. And Severino, anything else that pops up, you're going to know about it, especially with this Judge contract, which I hope is going to happen any day. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do that before you leave so you don't miss it. So Cole, Monty, Tyon, Sevi, Cortez. Yeah, I think it's going to be solid. The Joe Pesci and his home link. That's right. It's possible the 2 Utes. The 2 what? The 2 Utes. The 2 defendants. Pesci's the man. He's a legend. Nestor could be a long relief guy. I had him. I'm of the belief that he needs to be a long relief guy until he builds up more arm endurance. The Yankees also have him until 2026, so it would be wise for him to slowly build. Appreciate it, Jared. Appreciate it, man. I think the Judge deal gets done by opening day, Mike. Yes, sir. Someone find out Donaldson's stats against Tampa, Toronto, and Boston. I could see him getting buzzed if his stats are good. I'll look into that, Dominic. I will look into that. Love Pesci. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for that. Always the kind words and the shirt love. Appreciate it. Have a great day, everybody. And again, keep your eyes open. I'll be putting out stuff, especially on Aaron Judge. Talk to you next time. Peace.